Hi everyone, today we're going to discuss Chapter 10. It is all about the object-oriented approach. During our time together, we'll cover the objectives we have established the object-oriented approach, understand exemption, handling, and life management, and apply the concept of classes, methods, object, and standard object features. So let's start. Lesson 1: Foundations of OOP. Basic Object-Oriented Approach. What is the Object-Oriented Approach? So, the Object-Oriented Approach is a programming style is widely used in software development, while the Object approach is more efficient for large complex projects, simplify tasks, and promoting team collaboration. And also, it is a programming method that uses objects as self-contained that units simplify the understanding, organization, and maintenance of real-world entities and their interaction. Python is an universal tool for both object and proceduralist programming. These texts discuss object-oriented programming, exception handling, and file management concepts, highlighting that applications can be created without class knowledge, but some problems may require strict object approaches. The procedural approach divides the two worlds data with variable and code with modules and functions, with function able to use data but not vice versa. The object approach is a method where the data code are organized into classes, which with technique properties each method that can be modified for specific purposes. Objects, abstract concept in computer programming, are used to protect sensitive data and are classified into class hierarchies such as land, water, air, space vehicles. So, what is an object? Object programming defines and expands classes reflecting real-world properties forming a hierarchy. Inheritance is a fundamental concept allowing objects to inherit traits and requirements from their superclass. What is a stack? A stack is a data storage structure in Python used for push and pop operations with a constructor functions for creating new stacks. Python's constructor have a name and parameter, usually self, for easy code comprehension. They are embedded within class bodies, accessible to all users. Public components must not start with multiple underscore or have training underscores. In Python, the constructor is called init and has a parameter name self representing the newly created object. Public functions implement push and pop operations accessibility to every class user. The method is involved from the stack list variable and class declaration is complete listening all components. For example, this code, as you can see, this is the example of the activity. The stack class in Python is a basic implementation of a stack data structure. It consists of structure, push and pop methods, and an example usage. The constructor initializes a new stack with an empty list while the push method adds an element to the top. The pop method example usage demonstrates using the stack to the follow last in first out LIFO principle. So let's move on to the lesson 2. Now I will discuss to you the lesson 3. It is all about object-oriented approach. Instance variable and class variables are properties that exist in one copy and are stored outside an object. They can be created, added, or removed during initialization or removal. Instance variables are closely connected to object while class variables exist in one copy and can be modified without impacting remaining objects. Lesson 4. It's all about the method. Python classes have method with at least one parameter, usually named self, which identifies the object for which the method is invoked. The method is not a regular method but a constructor. Each object in Python has attributes like a dict, properly and name which can be used to examine its capabilities to find the class of an object use type.